If you're somebody that's moving up, we want to help you. So if you're selling your home and then buying another, there are some creative things that we can do to help you financially, but also to help you prepare for that. One of those is, finding a cash buyer for your house first, so it's under contract. Getting your house under contract before you go and look at homes. People make that mistake a lot. They need to sell their existing before they buy the new one. They go out and start looking at homes that they want to buy. They fall in love, but they can't buy it until they sell theirs, and then they can't sell theirs, and then it goes away and it sells. My recommendation is not to really go out and look truthfully, seriously at homes until you have the ability to buy them, because Murphy's Law tells us if something can go wrong at will. You're going to go out to that house, wife's going to fall in love, or you're going to fall in love, and you're not going to be able to buy it. And then you're going to be so upset, and then you're going to stay in your house because you missed out on what you think is your dream home, when likely another one would have showed up another month or two later that would have been your dream home too. So my recommendation, don't go out and look at houses to buy until you sell your existing home. But if you are selling your existing home and buying another one, and it's in a comparable market, and you're buying a more expensive home, this advice is for you. So if you're someone in the next year or two, because I think we're going to be in this market, might see a little bit more appreciation next year if we get some interest rate relief. I think we're going to be in a really comparable, higher inventory, prices not rising that much market for the next year or two based on the economy. And if you're selling your home and buying a more expensive one in a similar market, and this could apply if you're selling your home locally and moving somewhere else. It just depends on what the analysis of what's going on in the market that you're looking to buy in. And we can help you with both of those. At LPT Realty, we're a national real estate company. So I have friends that are top agents all over the country, all over the world. So if you're selling and buying somewhere else, and you can tie those two transactions together and make sure it's either the same agent or agents from a similar brokerage to help you, there's a lot of things you can coordinate and tie together to protect you from buying one home and not getting the other one. There's contingencies, there's contractual things, there's language we can put in the contract, and then there's just strategy. And here's the strategy that I think a lot of consumers are going into this process right now and they're failing it, because everyone thinks their house is the Taj Mahal. Everyone thinks their house is the best house. And unfortunately, the run-up of our real estate market, even though we've had 2 years of prices not really rising, the average sale price in Tampa today is about the same as it was 2 years ago. It's negligible. Certainly, when you factor in inflation, it's not rising. We had so many years of a run-up that people just naturally think, oh, well, my neighbor's house sold 6 months ago for $400, so now I can get $425. Because that was the norm. That was what was happening. That's what the news put out for years and years and years and years. And there's some people that just haven't realized that it changed. That isn't happening anymore. It's all relative, though. So let's just say you're selling your $400, and a year ago it was worth $425, $420, or you would have maybe made a little bit more money. But the $700,000 house that you're going to buy, what do you think? It's in a vacuum? What do you think it did? It also depreciated, maybe a little bit, maybe not a lot, but it also stayed the same. What you get for your existing house is only relevant to what you get on your purchase. I'll have consumers tell us, well, I'm not going to sell my $400 to buy the $700 until I can get $450 for my $400. And if they have the financial capability to sell, look, there's one thing of saying you have to satisfy your mortgage and you don't have money. That obviously exists. But there are plenty of people that have the money to satisfy the mortgage or that can make it up on the buy. So here's what I mean. If you're waiting for your $400,000 house to get to $450, do you think the $700 is sitting still? Do you think it's just not going to go up? If it's in the same market, it's going to go up too. You know, if you need 12% appreciation to get your $400 to $450, and your $700 goes up 12% to $784, you just lost $34,000 in equity. That if you'd just bit the bullet on the house that you own. And I think a lot of people fail to understand the opportunity cost. I see people in bad real estate investments all the time and say, oh, I'm going to wait for I got to get it up to 300. I just can't sell it for less than that. And they wait a year or two and they get it up to 300. And now the thing that they're going to go buy also went up and they didn't gain anything. Property that you own, your investments that you own are not a vacuum. There's an opportunity cost that you're giving up, the enjoyment that you would get of that property, the better return on investment, and also the price. If you need your price to be higher, the price of what you're going to buy is going to end up going up too. A lot of consumers make that mistake. They think they're in a vacuum. They think, well, I got to get $425. Well, the market just doesn't support it. And if you're going to wait, you're going to put it on the market and wait for appreciation to take it from $4 to $425. What do you think's happening to the $700? If you're moving down, it's a completely different analysis. That is a completely different analysis. But if you're moving up in a comparable neighborhood or area and you're selling your home to buy an existing home and you don't like the price of the home that you're selling, again, you can improve it, you can spend money on it, but you're better off just getting that home sold and then making it up on the buy. because you're buying in a similar market. It's also soft on the buy side. So you're 425 that you got to sell for 400. They're 700. Now you're going to say, 675, 660, 650. You're going to make it up on the buy. People have to understand that you make money in real estate on the buy, not on the sell. You make it in your buy. So if you're not going to make as much as you want when you sell, make it on your buy. Make it back up. The property value of your home is going to pull the other property that you're looking at buying up too, if that's your strategy. If you say, I'm just going to wait until values go up, you're going to cost yourself more money. Now, interest rates certainly can have an impact on that. And I've always told people that interest rates are short term. It's a 30-year mortgage. I get it. No one makes it 30 years in their mortgage. Everyone refinances it to a lower rate at some point when it makes sense. You're not getting that rate forever. You're getting that rate for a period of time until rates can drop. You have to look at the alternative, the cost, the value benefit for it to make sense for you to make that move up. But of course, if you've got a really low rate and you're going to buy at a really high rate, you've got to factor that into the finances. But again, you're 400, you want 4.25. That means your 700 is going to go up to 742. Even with the higher rate, you're in a better financial position to sell now and buy now if you believe the prices will go up, waiting for the prices to go up. Even if our interest rates soften, the difference in value between the two prices makes the move up better to do now than by waiting.